Let's now continue the discussion about helminths, but now we're going to discuss about the medically important intestinal nematodes. Presentation outline. What are intestinal nematodes? Roundworms, hookworms, wheatworms, Necator americanus, pinworms, threadworms, and seatworms. Let's first now discuss about what are intestinal nematodes. Intestinal nematodes are parasitic roundworms that live in the human intestine, commonly referred to as the pinworms, roundworms, whipworms, and hookworms. These are complex, non-segmented worms with cylindrical bodies that infect humans through contaminated soil or by consuming contaminated food or water. They have a complete digestive system. Yun yung pinaka key features nila, which means that they have the mouth, esophagus, and the anus. They also dioecious, means they have female and male. Nakaseparate yung male and female sa kanila. Napag-aralan na din natin yung about the two types of parasites, yung ectoparasites and endoparasites. Pag ectoparasites, yun yung mga mites na nasa labas ng katawan. Pag endoparasites, yun naman yung nasa mga blood and sa loob ng katawan natin, like sa intestine. Okay. Ascaris lumbricoids, or what we call roundworm. Morphology, adult worms. Yung shape nila is cylindrical with tapering ends. Means ng tapering ends is naka-narrow yung both side nila. Yung color nila is light brown or pink when freshly passed. Anterior end nila is yung mouth surrounded by 3 finely toothed lips. Yung body cavity nila, ito yung nagko-contain ng toxic fluid known as ascaron and ascaris or proteose. Lifespan nila, kaya nilang mabuhay ng 1 to 2 years. Etong sa roundworm, ito yung most common human worm infection worldwide, kaya siya tinawag na major contribution to soil-transmitted helminths contamination. Mostly, ang target nito ay sa small intestine. Ito rin yung oldest known human parasite with evidence of its egg found in ancient human coprolites, yung fossil stool. Yun. Next is, ito na yung sa male worm, 15 to 25 cm in length and 2 to 4 mm in girth, with curved posterior tail, and that has 2 curved copulary spiculas. Yung female setae nila, ito yung nag-hold for transfer ng sperm nila. Ayan. Female worm, 25 to 40 in length cm and 5 mm in girth. Stower than male with straight conical posterior end, vulva at the junction of anterior and middle third, vulvar waist. It is oviparous. Mature female can liberate about 200,000 eggs daily. So, makikita natin na mas malaki, ito yung, ayan, makikita natin na mas mahaba yung female compare sa male. And yung sa male, nakapa-curve yung end niya, while sa female naman, nakadiretso lang. And, pag sinabi nating oviparous, ito yung mga naglilay ng eggs. While yung viviparous naman, yun naman yung nag-give birth through, or pag nanganak sila is live na yung young, unlike sa oviparous na nasa egg pa sila. Like tayo, sa human, viviparous tayo, while sa mga parasite, oviparous sila. Makikita natin dito yung difference sa mga picture na yan, yung male and female. Ito naman tayo sa mga eggs nila. Ang fertilized eggs, ang shape niya is round or oval and 60 to 70 times 40 to 50. Yung color niya is yellow-brown bile stain Yung shell niya is thick, smooth, translucent with an even outer albuminous coat, sometimes absent. Ito naman yung egg nito, kaya niyang magtagal up to 10 years. Yung ovum naman, large and unsegment. Properly floats in saturated solution of common salt. Commonly na ginagamitan dito ay yung fecal flotation, yun yung para maghiwalay yung parasite egg sa stool. Yan. Yung unfertilized egg naman, ito yung narrower, longer, and more elliptical. 80 to 90 times 45 to 55. Yung color nito is brownish in bile stain. Ito is thinner with irregular outer albuminous coat. Yung ovum nito is small anthropide with disorganized granules. Properly does not float in saturated solution of common salt compared dun sa fertilized eggs. And ito, yung shell na to is mas manifest compared dun sa fertilized eggs. Ito yung comparison nilang dalawa. Ito naman. Life cycle, definitive host, human being, intermediate host, not required, passes life cycle in one host. Yung first is fertilized egg with unsegment ovum pass in phases develop in soil and segment ovum develops into Raviticum larvae. After nun, yung infection occurs by ingestion of food, drink, or raw vegetable contaminated with eggs containing the larva. Eggs are subjective to the action of digestive juices into the duodenum and motile radiatiform larvae are released in the upper part of the small intestine. The larvae penetrate in the intestinal mucosa, enter the portal circulation, and reach the liver. After a period of 3 and 4 days in liver, the larvae enter in venous circulation and finally, marireach niya na yung lungs via right heart. After period ng 10 to 15 days in lungs, yung larvae magpe-penetrate siya through the capillaries and reach the lungs alveoli. From the alveoli, they ascend the bronchi and trachea, larynx and pharynx, and are swallowed with saliva passed down to the esophagus and stomach. Finally, after nun, they reach the upper part of small intestine, where they grow into adult worms, attain sexual maturity in 6 to 10 weeks, and after mating, the females lay fertilized eggs. Yun. Tapos, yun na, the cycle repeated na nun. How do roundworms infect human? Yung human get infected with roundworms primarily by ingesting roundworm eggs from contaminated soil, mga pagkain, and lalo na sa water. They typically happens through hand-to-mouth contact, such as after touching contaminated soil and not washing hands before eating, or by eating yung mga hindi binabalatan and hindi hinuhugasan ng mga food and yung mga undercooked produce that was grown in that soil. Less commonly, infection can occur from inhaling contaminated dust or larvae entering through the skin sa mga damit. Pathogenicity. The disease cause is known as ascariasis. The symptoms are produced by both larvae and adult worm. Sa larvae symptoms, meron tayong tinatawag na Ascaris pneumonia or yung Laufer syndrome is characterized by fever, dry cough, and dysopnoea. Ayan, makikita natin dyan yung Laufer syndrome. Occasionally, blood, pink sputum containing Ascaris larvae may be expectorated. Ito na yung may kasama na yung sputum ng mga blood. Your urticaria and esophilia may also be seen in 20 cases. Yung urticaria, ito yung mga pantal. Sa pilya naman, ayan, makikita na natin yun, yung parang, hindi yan nag-review ba? Yan yung parang may baltik-baltik na sila na kulay red. And Makati yan. Rayleigh larvae may enter the general circulation and reach different organs and may set off unusual manifestation. Migrating larvae may carry microorganism from intestine to other tissues. Migrating, yun yung pagka sa intestine sila and magre-reach sila ng other organs. Like ngayon, liver, ganun. Sa adult symptoms naman, the incubation period is generally 60 to 75 days. Sa spoliative action, when present in large number, especially in children, they interfere with digestive and absorption of food, cause protein, energy, malnutrition, and vitamin A deficiency or yung tinatawag natin na night blindness. Ay makikita natin sa picture. Sa toxic action naman, the body fluid of adult worm, if na-absorb siya, magpuproduce siya ng toxic effects such as typhoid-like fever and hypersensitivity reaction such as fever, urticaria. Yung urticaria, ito yung mga pantal, and edema of face o yung pambaga ng face natin. Conjunctivitis, yung conjunctivitis, ito naman yung pamumula ng mata. And irritation of the upper respiratory tract. Dito naman sa mechanical effect, presence of large number of entangled worm may cause intestinal obstruction in children. Occurrence of intussusceptions and perforative of existing ulcer of intestine. Magkita natin dito, ito yung tinatawag natin na yung pag-fold ng intestine. Ayan. Makikita natin dyan na sobrang dami na ng adult worm sa intestine niya. Kaya kailangan talaga ng surgery pag ganyan. Hindi na kaya ng gamot. The adult worm may enter appendix, causing appendicitis. It may enters into biliary passage, causing obstructive jaundice and acute hemorrhagic pancreatitis. Jaundice, ito yung paninilaw ng balat natin. Ayan, makikita natin sa picture na example. Ito yung mga treatment na pwede. Ito yung sa piperazine salt, citrate, hydrate, phosphate, adipate, drug of choice. Mebendazole and albendazole. How they work nga ba yung dalawang yan? They target a protein called beta-tubulin in the worm and yun, nape-prevent niya ang cells forming structure. Then the drugs blocks the worm ability to absorb sugar. Pag hindi na sila nakaka-absorb ng sugar, the parasite starves and loses energy. Then the worm eventually dies and masasama na siya sa mga stool. Pyrantel fumarate, bentazine, and thiobendazole can also be used. Ayan, next naman natin dito sa Ancylostoma duodenale or what we call hookworm. Morphology, adult worm shape, small grayish white cylindrical, anterior end, bent dorsally, hence the name hookworm. Freshly passed worm is reddish-brown because of ingested blood in its intestine. Yung mouth niya, meron tong 6 teeth, 4 hook-like ventral, 2 knob-like dorsal. Yung color nito is reddish-brown due to ingested blood. Tumatagal naman to or yung lifespan niya is 6 to 8 years. Yung male worm to is smaller, 8 to 11 mm, posterior and has umbilical-like copulary bursa with 2 spicules. The bursa has 3 lobes and 1 dorsal and 2 lateral. These lobes are supported by 13 chitinous rays, dorsal lobe 3 and lateral lobes 5 each. Sa female worm naman nila, ito yung may 10 to 13 x 0.6 mm. Its posterior end is tapering and no expanded bursa is present like nung mealworm. The vulva opens ventrally at the junction of posterior and middle thirds of the body. Ito yung eggs niya, oval or elliptical, 60 to 40 U, colorless, non-bile stain. Yung eggshell nito is thin, transparent, hyaline. Floats in saturated solution of common salt. Yung ovum nito is segmented ovum generally with 4 or 8 blastomers, not infected to man. How do hookworm Ito yung life cycle ng Ancylostoma duodenale. Eggs with segmented ova containing 4 to 8. Ancylostoma duodenale, or what we call hookworm. How do hookworm infect humans? Hookworm larvae fast in faces sa mga poop of someone na already infected na with hookworm's disease. Pag yung person na yon is nagpoop siya outdoor, yung larvae is pwedeng pumunta sa mga soil. Human feces as fertilizer, or yung paggamit ng mga feces ng human as fertilizer ay pwede din siyang makapag-cause ng mga disease. Lalo na kung yung soil na yon is contaminated na siya. Pathogenicity and clinical feature. The disease cause is known as Ancylostomiasis, hookworm disease. Yung symptoms nito due to larvae, yung ground itch, ito yung characterized by pruritic maculopapular dermatitis at the site of entrance of larvae. It's more common with N. americanus, and makikita natin yan sa upper part ng picture, yan yung what we call ground itch. Yung creeping eruption naman, ito yung characterized by reddish itchy papule along the path traversed by the larvae stage of N. americanus, A. brasiliensis, and A. canium, which wander aimlessly through the skin layer for several weeks and months, producing symptoms termed larva migrans. Bronchitis or bronchopneumonia may also occur. Dito sa creeping eruption, ito na makikita mo na more na siya, severe na siya than the ground itch. Meron na siyang parang mga bubbles na bilog-bilog, ganun. And mas lalong makatitong sa creeping eruption. Symptoms due to adult worm sa early phase, epigastric pain, vomiting, and diarrhea, yun yung mga nararanasan doon. Yung anemia naman, ito yung microcytic hypochromic anemia caused by blood sucking. The continuous bleeding from puncture sites due to anticoagulants. Ay makikita natin sa picture yung may mga, parang namumuuna yung dugo doon sa may mga balat-balat. Another is yung nutritional defects, yung iron deficiency anemia, hypoproteinemia, and diporic anemia, deficiency of iron and B12 folic acid. Ay makikita natin doon sa picture, pag normal, madami siya. Pag may anemia, sobrang onti na ng blood. Yung treatment dito is kagaya lang din nung nauna. Mebendazole is effective against both larvae and adult worm. It is given twice a day for 3 days. Yung albendazole naman is single dose siya. Pyrantel palmitate for 3 days. Thiabendazole and levamisole are also effective. Oral iron and appropriate nutrition support for the correction of hypoproteinemia and anemia. Ito naman yung N. americanus naman is similar lang siya sa duodenal. And may onti lang siyang difference in morphological features. Generally, it is smaller and more slender than A. duodenal and yung anterior end niya is nakabend in opposite direction. Buccal capsule has 4 chitinous plates, 2 on ventral surface and 2 on dorsal surface. Yung mealworm nito is copulary bursa is long and wide with 2 capillary spicular pews at tip. Yung bursa nito has 5 rays of which the dorsal ray is split from the base. Dorsal lobe 3 rays and lateral lobes 5 rays. Yung female naman ito, yung the vulva is placed in the middle of the body. So, pag may nakita kayo na parang nahahati siya sa gitna ganon or sa microscope, ibig sabihin female worm yun ng N. americanus. Hindi ko naman sinasabi na ganon na agad yun, but yung sa N. americanus yung female niya is parang nahahati siya. N. americanus is comparatively less pathogenic than A. duodenale. Less pathogenic, it means nakakapag-cause pa rin siya but mas severe yung nagagawa na disease ng A. duodenale compare sa kanya. Ito yung comparison ng dalawa. Ng Ancylostoma duodenale tapos Necatar americanus. Let's now proceed with Trichuria or yung the whipworm. Dito sa whipworm, yung morphology niya is pinkish white siya, resembles a whip, para nakapaikot siyang paganon. The anterior 3/5 is thin, hair-like, and coiled. Yun nga, yung sinabi ko, para nakapaikot siya, nakakoiled siya. The posterior 2/5 is the thick and stool resembles the handle of whip or whipworm. Anterior portion contains long capillary esophagus and posterior part contains the intestinal and reproductive organs. Kaya nitong magtagal sa intestine for many years. At ito yung difference ng male worm versus female worm. Sa male worm, 3 to 4 cm long. The posterior end is coiled and has a single spicules. While sa female worm naman, mas long siya na 4 to 5 cm long. And yung posterior end niya is blunt and rounded. It is oviparous. Mature female lays about 5,000 eggs every day. Basta tatandaan lang natin, sa whipworm pag male, naka-coil, pag sa female worm naman, naka-blunt lang siya. Yan. Sa egg naman nito is oval and elliptical, 60 to 40 U, colorless, non-bile stain, yung color nila. And yung eggshell naman nito is thin, transparent hyaline. It can float in saturated solution of common salt. Yung ovum nito is segmented ovum generally with 4 or 8 blastomers, not infected to man. Ito na yung pathogenicity nila. The disease cause is known as trichuriasis. Usually, the worm do not produce any pathogenic effects and asymptomatic. Heavy infections are characterized by the abdominal pain, yung mucoid diarrhea na kasama na yung blood sa stool, and yung pagpayat bigla. It may lead to anemia, malnutrition, and growth retardation. Sa growth retardation, ito yung hindi applicable yung height mo sa age mo. Kunwari, 5 years old ka na, and yung mga kasamahan mo na 5 years old ganon is mas matangkad sa'yo and super liit mo. So, meron ka ng tinatawag na growth retardation nun. Parang ganon siya. Rectal prolapse of rectum in massive infection in children. Ayun na yung rectal prolapse of rectum. Makikita nyo dyan sa picture na parang may mga lumalabas na sa pinaka-anus nila yung nakas na disease nun. And dyan, hindi na kaya yan ng gamot. Kailangan na dyan is operation na talaga. Kasi, hindi mo naman na hindi mo na magagamot yan. Kailangan na talaga ng operation. Symptoms of acute appendicitis. How do Trichurus trichuria whipworm infects human? Yung human, na-infect lang siya with Trichurus trichuria by ingesting contaminated eggs, typically by consuming food of water from soil that contains the egg. Hence, swallowed, the eggs hatch in small intestine, and the larvae mature in adult worm in large intestine, where kaya nilang mabuhay about 3 years or longer pa nga. Pare-parehas naman lahat to ng treatment like mebendazole twice a day for 3 days or albendazole single dose. Yan yung mga treatment na pwede sa kanya. Okay. About dito naman tayo sa Enterobius vermicularis or yung pinworm, threadworm, seedworms. Yung adult worm nito is, yung shape nito is small, white, spindle shape, resembles a piece of white thread. A pair of wing-like expansion at the anterior end called cervical alveoli are present. A double-valved esophagus is the characteristic features, and wala tong buccal cavity. Sa male worm nila, the posterior end is curved and has single spicle. It dies after fertilization of female. So, namamatay siya after nga ng fertilization. While yung female naman, the posterior third of the body is long, tapering pointed tail, or naman tapering. It means narrowing, and it is oviparous. Mature female lay eggs, and after oviposition dies in 2 or 3 weeks. So, namamatay din. Both silang namamatay. Shape. Yung shape ng egg nito is plano-convex. Ito yung flattened on ventral side, and convex naman siya on dorsal side. Yung size nito is 50 to 60 times 30. Yung color nito is colorless, non-bile stain. Eggshell is transparent. Yung eggs nito contains a cold tadpole-like larva. It floats in saturated solution of common salt. Ito yung life cycle niya. Eggs with tadpole-like larva laid on perennial scale complete, it develops in 24 to 38 hours and becomes mature. Yung infection, nag-occur siya by ingestion of mature eggs through contaminated food and water or anus to mouth auto-infection yung tawag. Eggs hatch in intestinal to release the larvae. Then the larvae develops in mature worms, and the male worms fertilize the female worms and dies. The gravid female migrates out of the anus during night and lay up to 10,000 eggs sa perennial scale. And then yung cycle nito is magre-repeat na naman ulit. Okay. How do Enterobius vermicularis, pinworm, threadworm, seedworms infect humans? Pare-pares lang silang kung paano maging infect. But dito, ang human is na-infect siya with pinworms primarily to the fecal oral route. This happens when person swallows eggs which can be transferred to mouth. Kunwari, hinawakan mo yung nasa anus mo and hahawakan mo yung mouth mo. So, ganun siya natatransfer. Pathogenicity nito ng enterobiasis or pinworms. The disease cause is known as enterobiasis. It's common in children. Familial infection is common. So, pagka, kunwari, nagkaroon na yung isa sa pamilya nyo, magsusunod-sunod na kayo magkaroon. Commonly na ganun yung nangyayari sa parasite na to or yung mga disease na nangyayari dito. Infection occur by ingestion of eggs. The eggs deposit deposited on perennial skin, contaminated night clothes, and bed linens of infected person. So, ito, pwede ka magkaroon kung contaminated yung mga damit nyo or yung mga bedsheet nyo, ganun. Kaya advisable na magpalit lagi or maligo lagi, magpalit ng clothes, maglaba, and magpalit lagi ng bedsheet. Infection can be transmitted due to contaminated of hands by handling such night clothes and bed linens. Ayun na nga, sinabi ko na. Infection can also occur by inhalation of eggs that become airborne during bed making. Pagka naglilinis ka ng bed mo ay hindi mo na papansin, hindi mo naman talaga malalaman na may ganun doon, is pwede kang ma-infect nun. The infection of same host, auto-infection, is also possible. It occurs in the following two ways. Ayun na nga. Yung una is yung by hand to mouth. Yun na nga yung pagkakunwari, hinawakan mo yung anus mo, tapos ilagay mo sa mouth mo yung kamay mo, so may infect ka na. Yung retrograde infection naman, ito yung an infection na nagta-travel direction in opposite to the normal flow of bodily fluid or nerve impulse. This can refer to various situations such as yung urinary tract infection that travels up from the bladder to the kidney, a virus moving backward up a nerve action, or parasitic infection where the larvae move from the anus back to the rectum. So, pabaliktad siya. Ito ulit yung treatment, pebendazole or pyrantel pammute. And that's all for the medically intestinal nematodes. Thank you.